Let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
It's an
happy she gets
impossible
a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a per-
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there...
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh, boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex,
I
did you
lost my
forget our
train
name?
I lost my train of thought.
Train of thought.
This is episode
I'm all like,
259.
Brett's
259.
having a stroke.
See, that intro is just like, I don't even think when I say it. Yeah, it's just.
It's
I
right
don't
off the
think
tongue.
we say it.
Well,
Or, like,
all
we
of our
think-
stuff is pretty much by memory now, really. It's by muscle memory. We've been doing it for so long, you know?
My memory.
And the number 259 is the area code for the country Zanzibar, also known as an African island, which is also a very famous Halo 2
Yeah, it is.
map.
I didn't
and 3
know it
map.
was a real place.
Yeah, it is. It's an island. So 259 is the area code for
Is
Zanzibar.
that a Halo 3 map?
It became Last Resort. It was renamed that.
Oh, it was Zanzibar for Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yep, Zanzibar 2. I was like, Zanzibar. I looked that up. I was like, oh, that's definitely a Halo one. I thought it was Call of Duty for a second, but no, it's definitely Halo. Halo is like very, very based off of African lore.
Mhm.
I always forget about that. Like it's more mystic and historical than we know. And of course fiction, but
Science fiction.
science fiction. How was your week?
Terrible, actually.
It was pretty rough on our end too. You had hard work week or what?
Yes, it was awful.
Yeah. It was. It's just been hot. It's just been a really hot.
It
week.
was
Hot
hot.
and
It's gonna
emotional.
calm down now.
You say emotional,
Cool
Alex?
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that okay?
I thought there was like more emotion on top of what the emotion was from prior
No.
to.
We lost our dog.
Yes.
I'm-
Yeah. You're going through the seven. Is it 7 stages of grief?
Yes.
7, 8, 10. Going through it.
Apparently,
I think it's
there's
7.
no real order of them
There's
either.
not an order. Everybody's different. I'm
Was it-
going through one that's not labeled right now.
Yeah. Kind of like just in the zone.
It's called avoidance.
Really? Never heard of that.
Yeah.
I have.
I'm avoiding thinking about it. I'm avoiding talking about it. I'm avoiding looking at pictures, thinking about her. Like
Right.
it's because I don't want to deal with it,
Right.
kind of thing. Like it's kind of like denial, but like I know she's gone, but
Mhm.
I don't want to accept it nor deny it.
Mhm.
It's kind of like in the middle
You're
of it.
stuck at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
We tried to get out of the house a few times this week, and we succeeded a few. We went on a date to. You ever been to Granite City?
I think once.
Yeah, we went to Granite City. What was it? Wednesday, I believe. Alex.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Wait,
last
no, I
week.
haven't been to Granite City. I was thinking of something. I forget what it's called, but it's fancy.
But they have some really they have some really good beers on tap. I tried this one that's like a vanilla coffee.
They have a brewery in
Or
the
microbrewery.
microbrewery. I can't really.
I hate that word.
I can't say that.
Brewery?
Brewery. How do you say
Brewery.
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 it? Brewery.
Oh my
Brewery.
God. That's how you say it fast.
Brewery.
Brewery. But while we were
Getting
there,
a port at the brewery.
we were watching. Oh,
Oh
geez.
shit.
Alex, your phone holder
Watching
deceived
what?
you. We were watching ESPN, and they had
The
Spike.
ESPN.
We were watching the ESPN. They had.
That's all you want in the EFT.
Have you seen this new sport called spike ball?
No.
Oh man, I want to buy it.
It is so interesting. So
I
it's,
remember slam ball. Do you remember slam ball?
I wonder if this is a.
I wonder if it's the same
I wonder if
thing.
this is a similar.
Slam ball was on Spike TV, and it was with the trampolines in the floor. It
Oh
was
wait,
like
that's basketball. That's basketball. This is a smaller. This is a two
Why
person
don't
team.
you show it on YouTube here?
Let me see if I can find a video of that or an image or something that I can show on our YouTubes here. But
It was very interesting, and we weren't even trying to watch it, and it was we had to. Like, it was
spike
like
ball. First, we had to
oh.
find out like how it
I
actually.
want to buy
works.
it. Oh, it's really wow. It's
It's
not
a product, yeah.
Yeah,
they
it's
were
not that
advertising
expensive.
it.
Never mind.
So
and you can use it in the pool. It floats. Like
Well, there's different variations.
you can use it on the beach. Like that would be a cool beach thing to.
So yeah.
Beach activity.
So you
Yeah,
like
if you
stand
want
around
sand
it.
up your ass.
Well. So you basically it's basically like tennis in a sense where it's two people on each team. And it's boy girl is the actual profession in a sense. We saw that they actually have professions on ESPN. It's pretty interesting. And yeah, you just like slam the ball down like volleyball in a sense, and you can't let it touch the ground, of course. And it works kind of like volleyball, where you got 3 spikes to each team, and then you pass it back, and it's a really interesting game.
So
Like-
you bounce it off the thing on the ground?
Yeah,
Yep.
you spike it into the trampoline, the
And
mini
then-
trampoline,
and
and
then
then
you
the
get-
game starts, and you have
Do
to try to
you
keep it out.
Catch the ball or
No,
slap it with it like a
You
hand?
slap it with your hand.
And whatever body touch is counted as one hit.
Yeah, you can bump it with your chest and things like that, but it cannot touch the ground.
Seems dumb to
It's
me.
like volleyball in a sense.
I
too.
don't know. I thought it looked. It's pretty
feels-
intense to watch.
It's a game that would definitely throw my back out.
Yeah, like I mean, these are definitely athletes
Especially
that
if
we
you're
were
diving
watching.
like that idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's how
geez.
people were doing it. They were like
Which idiot?
diving.
This guy?
Where would you pick? Would you? Yes, like
Look at
that.
that guy.
People were. No, I'm not joking. People were doing that.
That's like action stunts.
And they were
there.
really hitting it too. Like cool, and they had cool combinations of like tricking people about where they were gonna hit it. Like I don't know. I think it looks really fun.
It is an interesting.
It does look like it would
Why
hurt my
not
back.
just play
though.
beach volleyball?
I feel like
it's portable, I guess, and you
I
can
know,
play it in the
yeah.
pool and all that. I don't know. It's just a new sport, I guess. You know. Have you done anything on like the beach as far as a sport, Brett?
I throw the football.
Oh.
the frisbee.
Well, that's good
there's
enough.
a lot of people that do that when we go
Yeah.
to the beach.
Yeah.
I
Alex,
mean, it's a very, very, very
I don't think,
shallow beach.
I don't think Alex's hand-eye coordinated enough for that. Would you be?
What makes you think I'm not?
You never offered it.
The problem is if you drop the football, then it's got sand on it and it's hard to grip. So
I have a Nerf sealed one.
what's the point?
I have an actual sports, like a Nerf one that's meant for like waterproof and
Yeah,
stuff.
like the
So I think I
beach.
kind of have one for that's meant for that in a
Yeah,
sense.
we've
I
got
just have
one
to
for the
inflate
beach.
it. No, you never offered to play it or anything. So I
I'll
just.
play that.
Okay.
Why did you assume I have no hand-eye coordination?
Because you
Can
don't
you
do
catch?
you don't do ball sports.
Can you catch stuff?
I'm sure I can.
So if I threw something at you, you would catch it?
Well, if you told me you were throwing something at me, then
Pretty
yes.
sure the quarterback or the receiver knows the quarterback's going to throw to them.
Yeah,
Eventually.
I'm pretty sure I could catch
So
it.
you got to
yeah.
have that pay attention kind of thing. There's like a whole step in timing thing. Anyways, we're mansplaining it. We got to stop doing that.
I'm gonna hit you in a second. I'm probably better at like football than you are.
Whoa.
Hold on.
I might not know how to play, but I bet you I could get a touchdown before you.
Are you faster than him?
I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't ran in a while.
We haven't. We haven't really competed
I bet
against each
you.
other.
I bet you I am faster than you.
I kind of
Endurance wise, I could last long.
3 years ago when
sprint
I
quicker. I
started
don't know.
playing Super Mega Baseball, I kind of wanted to like actually play catch with someone.
I want to play kickball.
I don't have anybody to throw to with a baseball glove.
Dude, you're making this super
This is really
sad.
sad.
Right
That's what I know. That's what happens when you live alone.
Well, if you
are you saying like you could totally call us up and be like, "Hey, do you want to go to blah 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 park and throw
Do
around
y'all
a frisbee
have
or a
baseball glove?
Oh,
I think I might.
I am sure in this house, my mom played softball for so long. There is a glove in this house somewhere,
Yeah.
or probably multiple,
A few.
and softballs
Well,
and baseballs.
Find it and let me know.
I've even got a bat.
I have a baseball.
You really? Huh.
I have a glove, but it's kind of small. Maybe I'll get a new one.
I'll take
Okay,
it.
interesting.
Is it right-handed or left-handed?
It is. It's a left-handed glove.
I'm
a right-handed catcher.
Are you really?
You wear a glove on your right.
You throw on your
Yes.
left? Do you throw left though?
No, I'm right-hand dominant.
So
I
you
can't.
are
I
just
cannot
screwed.
catch.
Wait,
yes.
No, you throw left-handed.
No.
I throw and catch with my right hand.
You can't do both.
I know, right? Isn't
Take
that
the
weird?
glove off, throw
That's
it,
a
put it
little
back
weird.
on.
That's ridiculous. Nobody
I
does
am
that.
very, very, very
weird.
right side dominant. I can't. I will show it
You
to you the next time you
are-
have me throw something
Alex, you're gonna.
and catch
No,
something.
but you can catch a ball with your right hand and throw it with your right hand. You shouldn't be catching a baseball with your right hand,
Nope.
pulling the glove off, and then throwing it back with your also right hand.
I would be the first player to do so.
You're not the first,
Well,
probably, but
it's the first I've ever heard of it.
well,
I'm telling you, if you want me to be 100%, that's how it's gonna go.
Have you ever? I mean, you haven't worn a glove and caught stuff in years, though.
In years, yeah, but I can tell you very, very well that that just means that my left hand's probably got more and more weak.
Yeah.
I don't do shit with my left hand at all. Like, you might as well chop it off.
Really?
Don't say
I'm
that.
serious.
Your
Like,
streaming days, well, you get that adaptive controller from Microsoft.
Well, you're great.
I could
with-
use my toes.
You know, there's some really interesting people. I've seen people that play with the controller upside down.
I've done that.
Play it.
I haven't done
No, I'm
those
talking
little
like they're
challenges on
pretty
my
pro
stream
at
in a
it.
while.
Like they use their pinkies for the bumpers and triggers. I don't get it. How's that work? It's like so weird. And they play with the controller backwards. That's weird to me. Like I don't get how people can do that. Like the brain just doesn't. For me, it doesn't work that way.
No, that's because you learn it one way and you learn it the other. I mean,
Right.
same way that we learned a controller.
I guess. Anything happened? Like anything you want to talk about the week for you, Brett? No, not really.
No.
Playing and watching anything?
Y'all had the power go out.
Yeah, that's going to tie into our weekly discussion.
Oh, okay.
If we want to go into that, we can.
I mean, we did what we did. We did Granite City.
Yeah.
We went to Takioka.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about Takioka, but it's just so freaking good. But Alex can't stand the smell of it when
What's
it's reheated.
Takioka?
It's Japan,
Oh.
Japanese.
Something that you wouldn't like, Brett.
Well, I don't know.
No, you're
You know
probably
what? You love meat, though, right? You like
Yes.
steak.
They
Then
do
you would.
steak.
I mean, you could go and just get the fillet
How
because
are
I'm
you
not.
with rice?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
what if
he
it's
doesn't-
fried right in front of you? You see it done,
It's just filler.
Well, that's what it is.
but it
filler.
actually has a good flavor.
Yeah, this one has a good flavor. There's like a broth soup that you get. Oh, you don't have to eat everything that they give you, but like the main course with oh my god, I was so happy. I about cried because I could actually taste a few bites of my fillet,
Yeah.
and it was perfect.
It was pretty good.
I'd just as soon go to somewhere nice like Cork and Cleaver and get a steak.
Oh well,
Well, this is
we've
just as
never been
nice.
to Cork and Cleaver.
You should go. Especially if
Tapioca's
you
not cheap, dude.
Especially if you like salad, because they have a killer
I
salad
mean,
bar.
for 2 plates, you're walking out about 80 with tip.
Yeah.
So
That's about like Cork and Cleaver.
yeah, it's not a cheap restaurant. And it was a celebration for your brother's birthday.
Yup.
Happy
Last
belated
year
for
of his
him.
last year of his 30s. Last year of his 20s.
Yeah, pretty much. My gosh.
My little bro's gonna be 30 next year.
Are you planning on watching anything, Brett? We watched The Orange Years.
Yeah, we watched that.
Holy tearjerker!
Oh my
You were
god!
right.
I was not expecting it to be
That
that
was-
sad
that
when
was
she's
good.
sitting there and huffing and puffing and shaking because she's talking about the HIV with Magic Johnson. Like I was like, I looked at Josh and I'm like, I just want to go and hug her.
Right?
like somebody call her up. I don't care how old she is now or if she's around.
What is she's probably in her late 20s if she's around.
Well, I mean, whenever that aired.
That was in the 90s.
So yeah, she might be about my brother's age. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just I was like, oh my god, let's find her.
And
Send her
so,
a flower.
was I correct in that their own success was kind of their own downfall?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like suddenly SpongeBob, and I was like, really? Are you freaking serious? You're gonna let SpongeBob just rule your whole?
I didn't like that, but I see where it went.
And the head dipped for the competition.
Yeah, well, whatever.
The founder,
People
I
make
guess,
their
the creator.
choices.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why we love Nickelodeon so much, is because it was very short-lived, but when it was around, it was great.
Yes.
It was very
much.
good. Well, we didn't know what was it? Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, and what was the third one that came out at the same time?
Shoot.
It wasn't Doug, was it?
No, I think it was.
Was Doug?
Maybe it was Doug. I got so much nostalgia for sure when we were watching that. And I was like, I looked at Josh, and this is what I said during this when I was like peak nostalgia, because my nephew's 9, and I looked over at Josh and I was like, "What's Jeremy's Nickelodeon?" And he's like, "What are you talking
I said
about?"
SpongeBob.
And I was like, "What is Jeremy's Nickelodeon?" Like, we went to Grandma's. You're like, "What do you want to watch?" Nickelodeon. It didn't matter what was on, what show, but I want to watch Nickelodeon. That's what it
Well, it's
was.
just a
Like,
bunch
what's
of-
Jeremy's Nickelodeon? What's
I don't
he
even
gonna
know.
grow up and be like? Oh, I grew up watching this channel.
Do they even have a originals now except for
So-
SpongeBob?
Here's the thing. Josh made a good point. Like, because everybody growing up, you're just like, oh, did you see what was on Nickelodeon last night? Like, that's just like, that was a conversation. Jeremy's conversation as a 9-year-old is, I saw this person on YouTube.
Yep.
And I was like, man, that's kind of sad.
It was pretty
For
sad.
you, it's probably not sad for them because that's all they know.
Right.
I know. Like, Jeremy doesn't understand that back in the day, we had 5 channels.
Well, yeah. Then your mom was talking to us yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, about how she's like, "Oh, I just want my Farmer 20."
I know. She's like, oh, I like my bunny ears. I get all the 20
She
channels.
wants the Discovery Plus channel. I'm like,
It-
well, pay for it. She's like, I'm not gonna pay for
She's
TV.
like, I'm not paying for
I'm like,
TV. I like my
well,
bunny ears.
You're
She's like, I
piggybacking
get
off my Disney Plus.
I know. She's like, I get 20 channels. I was like, whoa, 20 channels. It's like double,
Yes,
more than
but
double
at
what we
the
had.
Same time, I pay for TV, and 98% of it I don't watch. So
That's
who's the dumb one there?
Oh,
kind
that's
of
true.
why. Why do you do that?
Why do I pay for
was
it?
there something that you look forward to on TV?
There are football for one.
Okay.
But I like knowing that if I want to, and when I don't when I don't have an idea of something I want to watch, I usually find something and just have it on for, like, when I'm just scrolling through and I land on Dumb and Dumber at a really funny part. That is worth something to me.
That's
Agreed.
true.
And we've said it before. Sometimes it's better to be kind of surprised and be like, "Oh, that's on. I want to watch it."
I like
Versus,
that, yeah.
I got to go through my whole collection.
And
What
try
what
to
do I want to
choose.
watch? Yeah.
Versus
when
like,
it's
so like me,
basically
let's,
being chosen for me.
Yes,
That's
so
going to
I like-
go by the wayside for a lot of generations now.
I
I'm
like
sure
that
a lot of people aren't doing
because it is impossible for Josh to get me to watch a movie because he'll go, what about this? And if he asks me if I want to watch it, I
No.
run the movie start to finish in my head. And I'm like, nope, not that one. But if we flip it and it's on, I'm like, oh, hey, this is on.
Exactly.
Let's watch it.
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Like that's, but, or he has to pick it and play it right away or else he'll make a decision not to watch it.
Yep. Yep. Like, I love having my collection of movies, but
How many times do you get the movies out and watch them?
Exactly.
Right.
But now they're digital, of course. You know, I'm not getting rid of them for when I can't. I love. Well, for mine, I pay when most of the time I upped it here recently to get a few more channels that I don't need, but about $35. But I also share it with my parents because my dad has certain channels that I got it for him for Christmas, I think.
Okay.
So it's
I
not
thought
just
that
for
would be a
me;
little bit
it's
more
for them
expensive,
too.
actually.
But I think I just upped it to something, and I get almost every channel that I would ever need for $51.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since we're just like talking about TV, we watched Lego Masters.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
back.
Season 2 is back.
It's back, and it's better than last year already.
I'm so happy.
It is so
good.
exciting. It's very good. If you have not watched Lego Masters yet, if you have any child boning your body or touched a Lego ever, you need to watch it.
Alex sells this show so
I
much.
love it. It is amazing.
If there's a reality show I could plug,
the
and it's
only
that
thing
one.
I could do without is the whole like television aspect of it, because
it's Will Arnett trying to be funny.
Like, yeah, so it's like that part I can live
past
without,
it.
but the actual building and the challenges and all that is like, it makes me feel like a little kid again. Want to
It's
get out
nice.
Legos. Like,
It's really nice.
it's so cool what these people can build in 10, 15 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I was telling my mom this in the pool yesterday because we were talking about it. I'm like, when you think about it, you're like, oh, 10, 15 hours, that's such a long time. But then you see what they actually build, and they have to make it move, or they have to make it do certain things, and it's huge. And I'm like, and they're
not a lot.
tiny little Lego blocks, not like the big ones, the tiny little ones. I'm like, wow, 10, 15 hours, there's actually not a lot of time to make that.
Yeah. Well, so that's on Tuesdays on Fox. Otherwise, you can watch them on Hulu on Wednesday.
Hashtag not an ad.
Hashtag not an ad. But I will say that's one of my favorite shows. That's just brand new to.
Admir is being weird.
Yeah,
she's
she is.
okay. Well, she does not like the fan at all.
No, she creeps around
She
it.
creeps around it. And lately, she's just been running up and down the stairs. Like
She's very confused right
She
now.
let me pet her when I got here, but she meowed every time I pet
yeah.
her.
Oh,
She-
she's been
she does
talking to
that with
birds
me.
now.
Oh, she chirped at Josh today. Or what he told me on the phone, she was glitching.
Basically, okay, so she was looking outside and two sparrows flew by, and she didn't notice I was walking next to her. It's like, I'm going to go pet her while I was on the phone with Alex. And I pet her, and as I pet her, she turned to me and she chirped at me. Like,
Which cats, when they see like a bird or a chipmunk or something outside that they're about to tackle or that they really want, they'll do it's called chirping.
They
Which
go,
they'll go like it's you'll have
It's
to actually look it
weird.
up. It's pretty funny.
it's weird.
But it looks,
seeing that
it looks
mirror
like
do it
they're
to me
It's
freaked
look like
me
they're
out.
trying to meow, but they're glitching.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looks like. But it's really funny. It's like them talking to the animal. The animal. They're like, I'm gonna freaking bite you in a second. Like it's funny to watch.
So she chirped at me, and I was like, what was that? And then she meowed at me and went back.
was like, oh, I don't chirp
That's
at you.
not
I
you.
meow at you. Wrong language.
Yep. Anyways, what do you want to move on to next? We got plenty of things we can. go
I've
into.
got actually like 3 stories I wanted to talk about that have happened this week that I thought would be
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like reminds me of being now that the country's kind of opening up, we're getting back to our normal podcast stories that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
What things are we talking about now? Are there dumb people in the world? Or?
Yeah, like
Okay.
there's dumb people in the world.
Great.
Like, well, I mean, this one's not dumb. It was an accident, but okay. So I saw this, and this was a real thing. It happened in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I was like, this can't be real. But it's titled "A Man Crashed His Car After a Cicada Hit Him in the Face."
I heard about that.
So he put up a GoFundMe, like to help pay for his car.
No way.
And like, there's so many comments like underneath it and whatnot that are just like, dude, that's what insurance is for. Blah blah blah. No one's ever gonna buy this. Now we're gonna have to get cicada insurance. Like all this stuff because we got these giant ass cicadas coming up from the south. They should be almost.
Hold
a
on,
Fort
I'm looking.
Wayne
I'm
here.
looking.
They
Shh.
should be almost a Fort Wayne here very soon.
Hold on, I'm looking up. Will cicadas show up if I haven't seen them yet? I'm
you
looking
serious?
to see. I don't want to jinx us.
Are you kidding? They come out every 17 years.
Yeah, but they haven't
They ain't
emerged
out
here yet. But people are getting them, so I want to make sure if we haven't seen them yet, if we're going to.
I will tell you that one of my coworkers was down towards Indy, like the northern part of Indy over the weekend, and they are swarming down there. So they are creeping up towards us.
By the way, did you ask your coworkers about, was it Predator?
Predator.
Yeah.
A couple of them, and they've seen it, but not in a really long
Did
time.
cicadas remind you of Predator?
They had
know.
seen it, but not in a long time, and none of them really
God.
gave me an opinion about it. But I will tell you that I told my brother that we watched it because I was telling my mom because she likes it, and my brother's like, "Well, what'd you think of it?" And I'm like, "Well, I thought it was shit." And he was like, "He's like, I'm never talking to you again." And I'm like, "Oh, you're one that actually likes that?" He's like, "Are you kidding? That's an amazing movie." And I'm like,
Eh.
"Are you kidding?"
I wouldn't call it amazing.
Like he was very about like the whole like he was like a fanboy kind of thing. I had no idea. I'm like, Jake, you're younger than me, man.
All right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna let you know. After a 17-year hiatus, what happens if you have not seen these bugs yet? Cicadas emerged in mid-May and generally will taper off around late June to early July.
Yep.
Experts say that chances are you might not see them even if you live in a geographical area where the bugs are expected to emerge if you have not seen them yet.
I'm okay with not seeing
Yeah, me
them.
too.
I just want to hear them because it's very
No, it's-
nostalgia for me
what?
to
No.
hear that like.
My cousin he's in Indy, and he posted a video with a decibel counter, and
Yep,
it
and
got
it's-
up to like 85.
It's like ridiculous how loud it is.
I don't need to hear
I
that.
like it. It's soothing for me.
I'm fine with
It
not
it
hearing
reminds
it.
me of a hot like night in the summertime being
17
young
years
and-
ago.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like
the
a
one
hot
you-
night 17 years ago in the
Like-
summertime.
The hot night that you just had.
Right?
Not that kind of hot night. Well, not
What?
no, not that. No, I meant. Shut up. I meant like not that hot of a
Yeah.
night.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know
not
how
that
else.
kind of hot night.
Not that kind of hot night. Like I'm talking like a nice like 80-degree night,
Uh-huh.
like with the wind blowing, the sun's going down, and you're hearing the cicadas dying. Like it's just it's soothing to hear their death.
Guess so.
Uh-huh.
It's just very nostalgia. Like when I think of summer, I think of like pools and butterflies and heat and sun and the
cicadas?
beach and cicadas.
Weird.
That's just what I remember as a child. I
Do
just
you
hearing
so
it.
you remember the last time they came around? Because I don't.
17 years ago, I would have been
Alex,
Fi-
you would have been
13?
I would have been 17.
No, you'd have been 15.
15. Yeah, so I would have been here.
17,
Yeah, and that's the
17?
last time. I was living here.
I would have been.
So I was living here because that's when we had the big tree in the backyard, and I saw the little exoskeletons on the tree, and I
Yeah.
picked them up and squished them because they like
Ugh.
break in like
Yeah.
glass. Like they're pretty
Gross, man.
It's
Yeah.
gross.
Disgusting.
And they're ugly.
cool. They are ugly.
Apparently, people are eating them too.
Yeah, stupid red eyes.
Why?
That's disgusting. But apparently,
'Cause-
don't pick these Brood X ones up because they piss on you. So
Oh, well, either way, don't pick them up.
okay. So
That's
anyways,
terrible.
so let's go back to this cicada story here. So anyways, a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, he told the police when obviously, and this is actually a pretty bad crash too, Brett.
I
Here
saw him
you
hit
go.
a light pole.
So pretty bad crash, and it looks like a nice car. So he crashed his car into a pole because a cicada flew in through his open car window and smacked him in the face. So he swerved and hit a light pole.
Well, I mean, you're not expecting that to happen. I wouldn't necessarily call him an idiot for that part.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can pull up.
He
I'll pull
might
this
be
up
an
for
idiot
YouTube
for
here.
trying to get other people to pay for it because he probably doesn't want to pay his insurance
His
deductible.
grill's like hanging off.
Dude, he hit a light pole. Those things are disgusting.
Looks
Look
like
at
a
those
Chevy
cicadas,
Volt.
man. Look at those.
So they said that the driver's okay, and the police officer actually was tempted, quote unquote, tempted to believe the driver's story was true because there was a cicada stuck in the cruiser's console.
Yeah.
So, and then
Look
there
at
was also
that.
another driver that witnessed he wasn't reckless driving. He was following behind this guy, and then he just swerved and hit a light pole. And I'm like, great, now we got cicadas trying to kill us. So we got COVID. Now we got cicadas are killing us.
Everything is trying to kill us.
Everything's trying to kill
Nature
us.
sucks.
Nature sucks, man.
Well, it can, but not always.
So anyways, we had that story, but I just figuring, hey, let's
Let's
spike up a
talk
conversation about it.
some E3.
E3.
I'm not done
Well, we'll
yet.
get back to
More?
your week. We'll get back to your week. We promise.
It's not my week.
Oh, okay.
It's just
I
random
have two
stories.
other like stories.
Yeah.
One of them, which we were talking about Lego Masters, and this goes into it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Legos built a
Oh, did
Lego-
Lego do it?
I'm pretty sure it said Lego.
You
A
mean the company
promotional
Lego.
life-size version of Lamborghini. I'm gonna say it wrong. SIAN, like with an asterisk. Cyan
SIAN.
with a little like thing
Maybe-
over the
maybe
A.
Cian.
Cyan? Cyan?
Something like that.
This is great.
Okay, a promotional life-size version of Lamborghini Cyan FKP 37 was made with 400,000 Lego pieces.
Alex, cars being made out of Legos is not new.
Pull up a picture of this thing.
Well, wait, is that all it is? They built a car?
Yahoo.
Yes, and it looks amazing.
Have you ever been to Legoland, Alex?
Who cares?
It's a full-size vehicle.
They build life-size stuff all the time.
Is
Who
there nothing
cares?
that excites you, like us
Not with
throwing
Lego?
people and things and cars? Like, they might as well pull this Lego car and throw it up into space.
Oh my god! I can't believe you said that.
They might have.
They might have.
Well, I'm looking up Lego car and then nothing's showing up.
Lego Lamborghini. Lego Lamborghini CN
Yeah, you know what?
FK.
This will show up. And that's not...
That's
hold
not
on,
it.
Alex.
That's not it.
I said...
See, even the internet doesn't care.
See?
Right there. That one. That one. That one. Go down to the right. Up to the right. That one. That is it.
I wouldn't even, from here, I wouldn't even known that was made out of Lego.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Well-
make it too smooth, no one's going to know.
It is, and they used a special UV coating to match the available, like the
That's not the real
color
one.
that it comes
That's
in.
the one. So is this...
Guess how much that costs?
$400,000.
Well, it's 400,000
Actually,
Legos.
you're right.
So
It's,
$1 a Lego brick.
Pretty much.
pretty much.
Did they make the engine out of Lego?
Did they what?
Did they make the engine out of Lego? Does it drive?
I don't think it functions.
If it functions, then I care.
Unless it's like remote control, but that would be a
If it
big.
doesn't,
Well, they
then-
have it. They have a picture of it side by side against the actual version of
Uh-huh.
it. So, it says that it's 4,850 pounds.
Interesting.
As heavy as a car. or
Legos
more.
are heavy, dude. Like if you stack up enough,
It's because
that's
it's
dense.
not just a shell. They,
Pretty much.
build
This
everything.
is Lego's first scale large model
Okay.
that uses a paintbrush effect UV color coating.
What's next, Alex?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You don't think
Nobody-
this is
I don't
cool?
care about the
Really,
Lamborghini.
nobody
I
cares.
really
about
don't care about the
All right,
Lamborghini.
fine. Well, Josh and I saw this one and thought it was pretty like amazing and scary at the same time. But down in Cape Cod, a lobster diver was swallowed by a whale for like 30 seconds
got
and was
Jonah.
spit out.
Got Jonah, real
Dude,
life Jonah.
Could you imagine?
Like so,
They're terrifying.
I watched
He's
the
scared.
interview. It was a humpback whale. He said he was down about 45 feet. He's a lobster diver, so he was down looking, getting lobsters. He said all of a sudden everything like went dark, and he said the first thing that came to his head is, "Oh my God, I'm getting eaten by a shark." And
Well,
then
sharks
he
don't
realized because
eat
he's
you
got
whole.
he realized really quickly, oh, it's not a shark. I mean, a fucking whale. What do I do? And realized, like, I mean, this, you realize how big humpbacks are,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. They're like massive. And he realized, yeah, he's like, I'm either going to go, he said he was just in its mouth, kind of like Finding Nemo kind of deal. Just in his mouth. He wasn't down. He's like, what happens if this thing swallows me? I guess I die, but I'm also
It's got
sitting.
oxygen.
Yeah. I got an oxygen tank. Well, I guess
Could
my
crawl
option
his way
is,
back out, I guess.
no, he said my option is to just get swallowed and basically run out of air.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is he just sat there. He said he was there was his buddy usually watches his bubbles and stuff. Actually saw this whale spit him out. I don't know if you
He, like, flew up in the air, right?
He spit him out. His friend watched him come out of the whale. He landed really hard into the water. They grabbed him. We're like, dude. It was like one of the scientists or whale scientists or whatever said it's like
Marine
1 in a
biologist?
trillion chance.
Marine biologist, Alex.
Marine biologist. He said
Marine biologist.
I was swallowing right there. He said it was like a 1 in a trillion chance that this would happen. He said
Well-
generally humpback whales do like eat small little fish, and they do what's called gulp feeding, where they basically just open their mouth and whatever's there they swallow.
Yum.
And so it was like by an absolute miracle that this guy came out alive.
He's got a pretty cool story to tell.
Yeah, he does. So
Does.
they interviewed him obviously right afterwards. He came out with no broken bones. He said at first he thought his legs were broken, but it was just adrenaline. He couldn't move. And he was just badly bruised. That's it. No broken bones, no scratches, just some bruising, and he's alive.
Yeah.
He was swallowed by a humpback whale.
Well, it was more like held in his mouth.
Well, he was in a humpback whale's mouth.
Right.
He was just doing a lobster dive, and suddenly darkness just came around.
Just darkness. Like
you know?
he's like, I didn't feel anything. It just went black.
Yeah.
It was like, oh man, I'm in a shark. Oh no, I'm in a whale. It's like, would you rather just
How do you figure out-
quickly eating real quick and go through the pain,
Yeah, I think
or
How do you figure that
suffocate in a
out,
whale's
though?
belly?
I imagine he was
Oh,
God.
God.
Starting to panic.
He barely had any time to really.
Well,
It wasn't caught on video or anything. His
even better if
Think
you
of the
don't have time to
claustrophobia.
panic.
Going inside the.
There
like,
was a
throat.
there was a boat nearby that saw the thing happen, and then his buddy. So there was like witnesses of what happened.
I wonder how much time from it going completely dark to being spat out, because I imagine if it was like less than 10 seconds, he wouldn't have had time to realize something was wrong and to panic into thinking he might die.
Oh boy.
It said right here that from what they are saying, they averaged it about 30 seconds.
Okay,
Is the
that's
whole
enough
time.
to not know what's going on and panic.
Yeah. So it's perfect time to panic.
What year is it? Comes
Moving
out of
on.
Yeah. So I thought that was
it.
like,
Yep.
wow.
E3. Let's talk E3, Alex. Are we okay with that?
I didn't get to watch because I
Have you
was
watched
at
any
work.
trailers at all?
I watched the Forza Horizon 5.
Out of all of them,
Which
you watched that one?
After you said that, or you messaged me, I'm like, I knew that, because Forza. I was just thinking Forza Motorsport,
Yeah,
which 7 was the last one that came out.
but you were
But-
thinking for some reason Horizon wasn't going to come out or something. I don't know why.
I don't know why I was thinking that, because they've been alternating,
And they've been consistent.
4 was the last one,
Right.
in 2018, I think.
Yeah. But let's talk about just basically the stuff that excites us. I have a long list of stuff, but I'm just not going to go through all of it. But I will say there's some exciting announcements. First of all, Back for Blood, the game we've been following for over a year now.
Still looks great.
It's coming to Game Pass.
Yep.
So we don't, it's like,
I don't even have to buy it. Just
it's-
got to wait for it to come out.
Microsoft, if Nintendo doesn't come out with a banger tomorrow, this is at time of recording, Microsoft, oh my God.
Did you mean not Microsoft? Did you mean to say
If Nintendo,
Nintendo?
did I say Nintendo?
You said if Microsoft.
If Nintendo doesn't come out with a banger tomorrow, Microsoft is going to win. Because Bethesda, the fact that Starfield's a console PC exclusive, that's a big one. Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones coming to Sea of Thieves.
That one was actually exciting to watch.
It's about time. 12 Minutes finally coming to
Really excited
Xbox in
about that
August.
one
We've been waiting
finally.
for that one ever since
Mhm.
that was announced. Among Us, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Among Us, they added how many players?
15 player lobbies. That's pretty.
And what was it before? 6?
8.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a really.
that's pretty.
That's gonna make
hefty.
it a lot harder to figure
Mhm.
out who did what.
Yep. Of course, Halo Infinite. We were waiting for the big reveal.
Ooh, can I say what I'm excited about?
Well, yeah, go ahead. This
Okay,
is-
so they showed footage of the game, and I'm super excited about like the multiplayer. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have this in the actual
Multiplayer,
storyline
yeah,
too, but the multiplayer part of it, they have like this grapple hook that you can grapple onto things, or like grapple, pull yourself up, or you can grab things like the big explosion cannons. And what they like, my favorite part of the whole trailer was like in multiplayer, there was a warthog coming towards the guy, and the Spartan slingshot or grappled a one of the explosion cannons, grabbed it and threw it like right at the warthog, and it exploded. I'm like, I'm totally using that.
Dynamic weapons, by the way. I saw one where a guy threw a grenade at an energy sword and it flew right back at him.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Lots of cool
engine
techniques.
that is being used in Halo, there's a lot more going on than I'm expecting. I'm guessing.
Oh, I'm
It's
so
gonna be good.
excited! It looks so good.
It said holiday.
It still don't
2021.
have our actual release date. It just says holiday.
I think it's.
It's got to be November. They always release it in November.
November 15th would be its 20th anniversary, according to Ryan McCaffrey.
So they're getting a new AI. Chief's getting a new AI.
Yeah,
I
according
kind
to
of. They're really testing the waters with that one,
Yeah.
replacing Cortana.
well, we'll see
Did
how it
you
goes.
play Halo 5?
Well,
You
yeah, she
have
played
to
Halo 5.
replace Cortana.
I know, but
kind of.
yeah, kinda. This is like a
He
legit.
didn't want it, but
This is like a legit replacement.
to move the story.
It seems
along.
like she was supposed to be deleted, but wasn't. He's like, whoa, there's a
Right.
reason why you weren't deleted. Get
Far-
in my head.
I will say, Far Cry 6 is looking pretty interesting game, man.
It also looks bloody
Giancarlo Esposito, he is just a villain, man.
Oh yeah, I don't think
good.
he can play a nice guy.
I don't think so.
He looks like a bad guy.
He just does it right.
Yeah.
And he's just, I don't expect any less of it. That's all I really have to say about it. I mean, for Microsoft anyway, they had a lot of announcements that were great.
No, our game.
I'm looking forward to a lot of side scrollers. What's
our
our
couples game that we want to play?
Couples
It's
game.
like jungle something or like where we grab each other and beat each other up as
Talking
animals.
about party animals.
Party animals.
Yeah.
That one looks really fun.
That's going to be a good party
I want to
game.
play that one.
We'll see what that's all about. We don't know anything about that. That's just all the games that Microsoft that I'm talking about all come into Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like if you don't have Game Pass, and I don't know, man.
This totally makes it worth it.
Yeah. Other companies that had it over the weekend, Ubisoft had theirs. They talked about Avatar. That's a new game coming. That looks good. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That looks interesting. Gearbox had theirs. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. All that I saw from that.
And I
really
love
good.
Tiny Tina.
It's been in development for 10 years, apparently.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Starfield's been in development for apparently 20.
It's been a while, yeah. Square Enix was
I didn't get to watch
yesterday.
Square Enix yesterday.
They had a couple games that
Anything?
looked interesting. Life is Strange, True Colors.
I played one. I just was.
Yeah. See how it goes. Guardians of the Galaxy. And then, of course, Avengers stuff. They've also brought more information about the Avengers game. I don't know anything about what happened today because Take-Two didn't really have an E3 panel. They did like a Q&A, and then Capcom did theirs, and I didn't really see anything of interest there. But Nintendo is tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
Wait, are you saying no BioShock? No.
Nothing really. Take-Two did just a
Like
talk.
they actually didn't really do like a.
They just did a panel. So
They
maybe
didn't
there's
do
like
a
some
press
questions.
conference,
Yeah.
in other words.
Yeah, they just did a press conference.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah. And Sony's not even a part of E3.
Yeah, they didn't go.
So are you saying like Take-Two might actually do like their own separate releases?
They normally do their own releases anytime anyway. I don't think Take-Two really has stuff
if
with...
it's not a Grand Theft Auto, nobody cares. If it's not a Grand Theft Auto news
Ooh.
story,
I'm waiting for
nobody cares.
BioShock.
BioShock's Take-Two.
They announced it. They did say BioShock 4 is in making, but
They did.
Well,
that's all they've
if
said.
That
Mhm.
there must not be anything to add to that, otherwise they would have shown something,
Right.
which means it's not coming anytime soon.
I don't care if it's 2024. I can see it I can see that being a date. But I at least want to. I just want to see it say BioShock on the TV.
Whatever it is, yeah.
That's just what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
BioShock.
Anyways, before E3, Microsoft announced that they are bringing Xbox to TVs and streaming devices, man.
So
Weird.
I remember when we used to say this as
Yep.
like a joke.
Yep.
We were joking about it, like what? Right when we
2
started,
years?
basically. Like
3
we were,
years
first of all, we based our podcast around a lot of gaming stuff, and first we talked about a rental service with video games. Game
Mhm.
Pass is now a thing,
Yep.
and then we were talking about streaming
Eventually,
video
you
games.
won't even need a console. Well, that's what we thought.
We're like, it's right there. It's like we know what we see that it's gonna happen. And Brett, you posted a link on Facebook stating that, and I just I'm sad.
I won't be sad if it depends on what it does with TVs. Like, is that going to increase the price of a TV by $500? Is it going to run the same as a console? Is it going to be that good?
Well, it's going to be coming to streaming devices as well, so you can play Xbox on your Roku.
Right.
So
It's just like
why wouldn't you just be able to add Xbox to your smart TV as an app?
It will be an app. But
Why
that's
would
what
this
I'm
increase
saying.
TVs though?
If
TV
well,
prices.
like it's different. Like streaming.
Maybe
a movie.
they'll probably have to build in a better internet. Like, no.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go. We've
What's
got Brig in on YouTube here. People said the same when Netflix started. It just takes time to be perfected.
Pretty much.
It's still mind blowing that we've got. I mean, do you remember when Netflix, babe, when we would order online the DVD?
Flickster was the streaming. Netflix
Yep.
was the delivery.
Yeah, like we signed up. It was like $5.99 a month or something, and you get like
one DVD at a time or something.
And we did that with games. What was the game thing that we did?
GameFly.
GameFly.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Oh
that
my
was-
god! I almost thought about getting GameFly just to try out a few Nintendo games.
Oh my
And I'm just
god!
like, nah.
Like that was back in the day. Like that's what you did.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ordered DVDs online, and then they came to your house, and then you send them back.
It still though, as technology exists right now, there was going to be a difference between running an Xbox game on an app versus on the Xbox
See,
Series
and that's what I'm
X.
concerned
Correct.
about. Is our FPS right?
Frames per second.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
thinking of first-person shooter when I said that. I was
You're
like,
good.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'm right.
They're
Is that-
saying it's
is-
still going to be good.
Is it gonna be up to par versus
That's
having it on
why
a console?
I don't think it's going to be soon that this happens.
But the fact that Sony hasn't even started talking about something, it's like, are they just going to stick with this console for a little while,
Well, they did patent with their copyright the 5, 6, and 7 all at
I
the
think
same
they went up
time.
to 9 or 8
yeah, all
or
of
something.
those,
They went
so
up pretty high.
That suggests a physical hardware.
Yeah, I guess it does. Well, we'll see. I don't know anything else to talk about that, but we kind of predicted it already, and
It's amazing to be to
we
see.
live in a crazy world.
Look
right
at
now.
where we are at,
Yeah.
being 30 some years old, and when we were born. I mean, look at the console that we went from then till now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just mind blowing.
According to Polygon here, cloud is key to our hardware and Game Pass roadmap. So they're saying they're working with global TV manufacturers to embed the Game Pass experience directly into your internet-connected TVs. So all you'll need is to play as a controller. Beyond that, also
so
developing.
they're putting the technology all into the cloud,
Yeah.
which
was
makes
just saying- I
sense
was
because
saying-
that's what the
Yeah.
cloud beta gaming is. It
Yeah.
doesn't run on hardware.
Nope.
It runs on the cloud.
Yeah. So it's
you're
basically just
so let me get this straight here. So
Yeah, go
are
ahead.
you just going to
you're gonna launch a Game Pass. Let's say it's Game Pass.
Yeah.
You're gonna launch a Game Pass app on your TV.
I'll
with
show you
your
on
remote.
my
do I need
iPad
internet for
downstairs.
this?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Streaming.
trying to say.
Streaming.
So you're going to be relying on your internet service for
Whole
this,
time.
is what you're going to be relying on, right?
Yes.
So you're actually going to be probably boosting you're going to need speed and all this other stuff. Like you're going to
Correct.
be needing.
This is why
Ooh.
Brett says it's not going to work just yet because the internet just isn't there.
If you don't have the right
Which is
power,
true.
the right streaming
Well,
power.
Right.
It also it works at my house. I only have 50 megs.
500 up, 500 down.
No, I have 50.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's
It's just Alex like we got that.
Anyway, so it still works, but the best experience is going to be with the fastest internet.
I think it's always just going to
be.
be with the console it's meant
That's
for.
probably
too,
how they're going to sell it.
for now anyway.
Hey, get this get Xbox streaming blah 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 on your TV packaged with a some kind of like Comcast or some kind of
I
streaming
don't know
service.
what you're saying.
Oh,
Maybe that's
additional
how they're
gaming
going
bundle.
to sell it.
Like
a
gaming internet
bundle.
bundle.
But
They'll give you the
Microsoft-
extra power and
Microsoft
boost.
isn't going to sell you internet.
No, I'm saying
but
they
the Comcast
bundle
company will.
it.
They'll be like, we'll
Like
give
they
you
make
we'll
a
give you
deal
a
with-
specific internet line for
Yeah.
your gaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He gets it.
It can happen.
Hey, it can happen.
So they'll have 2 internet lines as opposed to just one.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Why would you
You're
need
welcome.
2 internet lines?
One specific for gaming, so you
Why
don't.
don't you just have really fast internet for everything?
Maybe let's slow down the bandwidth of
I'm
other,
just
other
saying, like
people
this is just
using
the idea of a
internet
way to
lines.
sell things. I don't know. Maybe there's a way.
We probably have gone off the deep end.
I'm just.
Like,
this
Brig
is
is
going
probably
nowhere.
sitting there. He knows all this shit. He's like, you guys are now
I
talking.
mean, if you have, let's say, a gig down, why would you need multiples?
In case you're running your OBS streaming and your console gaming at the same time, that 4 people in a house doing that at the same time, you might want to do a separate line.
Is that even possible to
Yes.
have multiple internet lines?
I had 2 internet lines and I had 3 different phone numbers in South Dakota.
Okay.
Our house did. We had a specific Vonage line. We had our own internet line that was always running, and we had our own telephone. And so we had 3 different lines. My parents bought me my own phone line
Tell
for me
Brig
and
to
Alex.
chill out. He's like blowing up the chat.
I know he's making us make sense. Actually,
But
Go
I
ahead.
can't read all that.
I'm not going to read all of that, but basically the last thing that he says makes a lot
What's
of...
the summary of it?
Gaming, he said, for instance, gaming conventions have up to 10 internet lines to allow streaming of games.
A convention is not a household.
Right, but...
No, but like he's making sense, like...
Just
for what we're trying to say, like running all these things on the internet, you're going to be slowing down your gaming versus like this and this and this. So why...
Brett lives a very simple life. He doesn't understand how the streaming
I'm just
life
busting
works.
your balls, Brick. but no, you're talking about your average consumer is not going to need multiple internet lines for their house.
Your average consumer is not going to be a gamer.
Yeah, that's what.
What? Are you kidding me?
When they turn into
Where do they live? Do they live under a bridge?
Not everybody. What is the average consumer, Brett?
Does every consumer
a person?
game?
What?
People
okay, hold on.
Days, gaming is one of like the biggest things now. It's a big booming thing.
So wouldn't that mean
gaming.
an average person is probably a gamer?
At one point, maybe.
I'm gone. I'm done.
It's okay. Yeah, you're making sense, Brett. You're making sense. And Alex is making sense too. But I will say that if you're going to have multiple streaming people, like streaming gaming. I'm not saying streaming as in Twitch or anything. I'm saying if you're
people
having two gamers in the
streaming
house
games.
doing gaming,
Yeah.
wouldn't you be a little concerned about maybe clocking
I'll tell you,
that
if
down?
I was the head of a family and I had...
You'd be like, Daddy's gaming, get off the internet.
No, I would say...
We have a dial-up situation.
I would say you want more than one internet line, you better start forking over for the other one because I'm paying for one.
There you go. I like it. I mean, but our internet's not that expensive. We're not paying that much.
Mine's
for
not
ours.
that bad either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compared to what you guys pay, it's kind of expensive versus your speed.
It's different when you live in a house.
Yeah.
You get different options. But anyways, moving on from that, wow. Xbox TV and streaming devices. It's happening.
We're going to go back on this conversation in a year and laugh at it.
Yeah, right. What do you want? We got a couple other big major topics to go into before we move out. So you guys want to talk about Junior?
Yeah.
Yes.
Movie Club.
Yes.
So this week we watched a 1994 film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, Emma Thompson, and Frank Langella. So we watched Junior. This movie is about a research scientist who becomes the world's first pregnant man in order to test a drug he and a colleague have designed for expectant women. To carry out the trial, he has an embryo implant, believing that he will only carry the baby for 3 months, hardly expecting to face the prospect of giving birth.
So my first question with this is any part of this even remotely possible?
No.
Like any
No,
step.
I don't.
Wait.
No.
Any step in that process?
An embryo planted on a human cell? Maybe.
On a male
Maybe.
cell in that, what was that called? The something cavity?
Well,
the peritoneal cavity.
Yeah.
So that's literally just the empty space in your abdomen.
Right.
So it's a nice cushiony warm spot.
Can a placenta attach to a male body
I am not a
get the
doctor,
cells?
yo, okay? But I don't think that is the way it works. No.
Okay.
I do not think that is a
It would
thing.
make total sense if it
They
didn't work.
as a movie, I will say, like,
if it worked,
a lot
do you
of
think it would be done already?
Yeah. Good point.
as a movie, especially done in '94, you think we would have tried that by now?
Right.
As a movie, I will say scientifically, I try to and medically, I try to break down movies and go, oh, that's wrong, oh, that's right. They actually do a pretty good job making everything very
make
as much sense as it can, even though it's very fictional.
Right. I enjoyed it for the messages and comedy that came with it, but why did you pick this movie?
Because it's funny.
Well, you asked all of us, why did you pick this movie?
Why?
So I'm asking you.
Well, one, I picked it because I saw it was on Hulu or whatever, and I was like, oh, man.
It was Arnold, and we just did Predator.
Yes, that too.
That's
so
true.
I was just like, man, I haven't watched Junior in a while.
Right.
So, yeah.
So,
I just love this movie.
I liked it. I didn't think it was as funny as I expected it to be.
It's like Dave to me.
Yeah.
An almost classic.
Yeah,
like
it
a
was,
comedy movie back then.
If it wasn't, and this is a big if, but if it wasn't DeVito and Schwarzenegger, completely forgotten and nobody cares.
Yes,
Probably.
definitely.
And I don't know
I think that's why I like it, is because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's pregnant, and he's acting like a pregnant woman, so it's funny.
I don't know if you know this, but you can kind of see it. in all these 3 movies I'm about to talk about, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and Junior, they're all directed by the same person and starring Arnold. So directed by Ivan Reitman, and Arnold would not do this. Was the third of the unspoken trilogy. It's not really like connected at all.
No,
but,
they're not.
Arnold would not do Junior if Ivan was not attached because he did the other 2 already.
It's very common for directors to attach themselves to an actor.
Oh yeah,
if they work well together.
I mean, you see Michael Caine in every freaking what's his face Nolan movie almost.
Right. Well, Bale with the Batman's, but not that,
Michael Caine's in all. Okay, but you saw Inception.
Yeah,
Michael Caine's in that. I think wasn't Michael Caine's in Interstellar. So I mean, it's like
he is.
Nolan's like attached to him.
I mean, Tim Burton likes Michael Keaton, or he did 30 years ago.
He likes Johnny Depp, and of course his wife, Helena Bonham Carter. That's his wife.
Yeah,
he
likes
her.
Like
her.
So it's as I said, it's not uncommon for that to happen, and it makes sense when an actor has a good experience with the director and they work well. They're going to want to keep working to
somebody for a while.
Each other.
Tom Cruise, Spielberg, and Cruise did a lot of movies together.
Like what?
Minority Report. I just blanked out.
One movie, folks. One movie.
Minority Report.
There was another one in there.
Crickets. Cicadas.
Shit. There was another one.
Cue the cicadas.
Oh, crap, what was it? No, I lost it.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't Tom Cruise then, maybe.
Brink said, that's one hell of a list.
I did. The funniest part for me is when he's going into labor.
Into labor?
Oh shit! Because he's posing as a woman at this. What is it?
It's
resort
like
for
a
pregnant women?
midwifery kind of thing where they take care of you until you're.
His cover was clever because he was a woman that was force-fed steroids on the Olympic team from Austria.
Right.
So that's why he looked so manly. And so he's
Grotesque.
walking down the stairs with pains and he goes, "Oh shit!" Real deep.
Now the pain he'd be feeling technically would not be
immobile. He would be doubled over.
Oh yeah, it would hurt so bad.
They stated the labor pains that he was experiencing was because the baby was caught up in his
large intestine, which would hurt like hell.
Yeah, it would.
Arnold spent time in the OB room waiting rooms to learn about pregnancies, so he at least did his research.
I love it when he sits down when he's
crying.
21 weeks along and he sits down and he's like, obviously it's when DeVito finds out that he's continuing the expectate and he's about to get his ultrasound done. What happened?
You had a fuzzy.
Thank you. And he's sitting down and he's like, DeVito's like, it's okay. He's in a psychotic blah 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 world. He thinks he's pregnant, like trying to fool people. And he's sitting down and the girls go near him, who's waiting, and obviously they're pregnant and they're waiting and they're like, so how far along on you? And he's totally talking to them like they're pregnant. They're like, oh yeah, that's nice.
They think he's crazy.
Yeah, they think he's crazy, delusional
right.
and stuff. They're like, Junior's a good name. Junior's good. There's just so many scenes in that movie that are just he pulls off so nicely from acting like he's pregnant. Like, it's so funny. Or my nipples are tingling is what he says, and it's like, oh, do you surf?
So critics gave this a 36%.
I don't know why it's low. I really
Fans gave it a 22.
Still don't know why it's low.
Fans hated it more than
critics,
but it made way over budget.
Yeah, like I think it had like a $60 million budget, and it was like like $100 million.
When you mentioned this movie last week, the only reason I know of this movie is because I remember back in '94 when my aunt watched it because she rented a lot of movies, and I don't know why I remember that. One of those things that I remember for no reason at all. For 30 years.
That unspoken trilogy that you're talking about with Twins, Junior, and Kindergarten Cop is. All three of them are amazing movies.
Yeah. It's a good comedy. I have no intention of seeing it again.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
I will say I'll give it a 7.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8. I love it.
Yeah.
I gave it a bump just because of the nostalgia factor.
All right, guys, for next week.
What we got?
Do you have a choice?
I do.
Cool.
Now, I've never seen both of these movies. I do have a third if you guys can't decide.
Okay.
Fargo or Good Will Hunting?
Ooh, both good.
I know. Have you seen them?
Have you
Because I
seen?
have not seen them.
I've wanted to see both.
I think I want to. I
wanna do
choose
Good Will.
Fargo.
Oh, I want
I
to
wanna-
do Good Will Hunting.
Oh.
And the only reason,
God dang it, see?
the only reason why is because Fargo came up on. Remember when CNN did that series on the '90s, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and this movie was a big part of the movie of that episode. And what was it? Frances McDormand, is that her name?
Yes. Yes.
So
that's
this
her
is
name.
like
Yep.
she won an Oscar for this.
It was her
didn't
big
she?
one. It was
Yeah.
her big
Well,
break.
this is also,
So-
I think,
Well, I can
what,
tell you the synopsis
Matt
of
Damon
both.
or somebody. I
This
think
was
he
Matt
made
Damon and Ben Affleck's screenplay, like their
Mhm.
first screenplay.
Mhm. For Fargo, I'm not going to say this name. First name's Jerry. His inept crime falls apart due to his and his henchmen's bungling and the persistent police work of the quite pregnant Marge Gunderson.
Okay.
Starring,
She's the sheriff, isn't she?
yeah, William H. Macy, Francis McDermott, Steve Buscemi, Peter Stormare.
Oh, a lot of names, you know.
Yeah, seeing a lot of other people.
So
that
you got to be the
might know.
tiebreaker, Josh.
Yeah.
I want to go Fargo.
Okay.
I want to go Fargo.
Does this take place in Fargo?
I think so. Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah. Out in the
Have
middle
you
Nowhere.
ever been there?
Rated-
Neither have we.
It's,
No,
it's,
no. Have you? Because you've been
yes,
the closest.
I have been to Fargo.
You've been to Fargo.
Mhm.
Have I been to Fargo?
No,
I've not been to Fargo.
no. You've been close. I
I-
mean, we're like an hour away at my
I'm
grandmother's.
gonna say I was
so.
like, I know it's by your grandma's,
Mhm.
but that's
Yeah.
in Minnesota.
No, we I've been there. I went a couple times. Probably.
What's
when I
in
was a kid.
Fargo?
It's a big city, actually. It's
Oh,
kinda,
really?
Yeah, it's
What's
big.
outside of Fargo?
I mean, North Dakota is pretty flat. Their
I'm
state
trying
quarter
to get
had
you
Buffalo.
to say nothing.
Pretty much. Well, nothing if you want. Yeah.
There's nothing out there. Who goes to North Dakota?
Came out in '96, so I've been wanting to
96,
see.
okay.
There's at
Fargo
least
for a
Mount
while,
Rushmore
so.
in the Black Hills in South Dakota. What's in North Dakota?
Well, the quarter,
Fargo.
their quarter was Buffalo.
You
so
know
they
what's
have
in
nothing.
South Dakota? Buffalo.
The Four Men in Rock.
That too.
Four famous men in rock. All right, we got to talk about our topic of the week.
Yeah.
Yep, summer came upon us. Alex, you want to bring us in as to why
Tell
Summer-
about the story. Tell
what
the
happened
story.
Saturday?
Oh,
It was like what?
it was
6 o'clock.
it was
right?
a hot night.
It was a hot.
It was a hot, sticky night for Josh and I,
Oh my god.
in the worst way.
So not a good
Not
way.
in a good way.
Not in a good way, not in a
Nope.
sexy way at all. Hell no. Okay, so what ended up happening Saturday was Josh and I were actually, it was really hot. It was like 95 degrees here in Fort Wayne.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No,
Yeah.
it did
Yes, it
get
was.
over
Yes,
90.
Yes, it was.
I don't think it
I'm
was.
gonna look up.
Yes, it was.
I don't think so because I watched that real close.
Let me look it up. That was June 12th, right? Okay.
It was like 95 degrees.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay, so anyways, with like 1,000% humidity.
Stop making shit up.
I'm not making shit up. You weren't in this house, man.
Oh no, you weren't.
So add 1,000% when you're in the house.
Yeah, it's not.
You
it's not
can't
good.
breathe at all. So anyway, so Josh and I were actually taking a afternoon nap because it was hot, and we only have, like, in this big ass house, we only have a little AC unit in our room. So we shut the door,
Yeah,
sleeping.
but it keeps that room like a meat locker.
Yeah, it does. When you shut the door, it's freezing in there. So anyways, we're
got the
sleeping,
door off.
we're taking a nap. All of a sudden, I thought I was dreaming. Josh hears like a boom and a boom, and Josh wakes me up and goes, I realize everything's silent. He's like, I think we blew a fuse because we also have fans running and everything.
Mhm.
So Josh runs downstairs. Nothing's on. It's not just like the upstairs. I was like, oh, well, maybe with the fire and the AC blowing like hell because it's ridiculous outside. And obviously, we didn't blow a fuse.
Let me tell you how hot it was at the time it blew. 91 degrees with 97% humidity.
So I was basically right.
Pretty certain Alex isn't exaggerating.
I'm not really
Pretty-
exaggerating.
pretty bad
the
in here.
humidity part was a little exaggerated.
97% though, that's pretty bad. That's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
I said add on that in the house.
That was not good.
It's pretty bad. So anyway, so like 5 minutes in here, you're like gagging because you can't breathe, and you're like dripping sweat. So anyways, so yeah, and within minutes, this house got above 80 degrees in the house. It was ridiculous. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. Josh hears a fire truck, blah blah blah. We go outside as
Blah,
I'm
blah,
trying.
blah.
I'm on the phone trying to figure out the fuses. Josh comes back in. We didn't blow a fuse. Apparently a transformer blew. One of the neighbors was out walking their dog, and Josh just so happened to go outside. Neighbor says, oh, you guys missed it. There was like a big explosion, fireball. Like there's a transformer 2 houses down from us. Apparently it exploded.
Yeah.
Knocked out the whole entire block.
This block.
This whole roundabout block. Whole
Yep.
block. So yeah. We sat there, didn't know what to do. So we went over to Brett's, watched the movie of the week for a couple hours to get some AC, came back. It was like 10 o'clock. Still no power.
We contemplated going to the bar, but
Yeah, we're like, well, let's go to the bar. Then we're like, we're hot and sticky. We really don't want to go out anywhere. So then we said, let's do this. Let's do that. And we didn't know what. So I ended up I was supposed to Twitch stream Saturday. So what I did was we were really slap happy for being really hot. I went live on my phone in the dark and told a bunch of scary true stories that have happened to me.
Like a campfire story.
Like campfire stories. Kind of like Are You Afraid of the Dark kind of deal.
Just sitting
in
there
in
talking
this
about scary
spot
stuff.
with a flashlight shining on my face.
How did your phone not die?
Oh, it did.
Oh, it did. I used mine then.
Yeah.
I charged
did
mine at your house.
I did a part
I know that, but
I did a part
Alex's
1 and a
phone is
part
always
2.
dead.
I know, right?
I know it's at 21% right now, actually. It's and my phone works better than his, by the way.
Whatever.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
So anyways, I did like a part 1 and part 2,
It's
like
the
hour.
longest story ever.
I know.
I
Okay.
did like
All
an
right.
hour
So
and
let me
a half
finish the story
stream
here.
playing
So at 11:30 was when the electricity was supposed to come on, and 11:41 is when it did. And I actually jumped out of my seat and went, yes.
Like they had 2 electric trucks or whatever you want to call it, electricity trucks, electrician trucks. Brett, shut the fuck
2
up, man.
utility trucks
Is
with
that-
trailers ready to replace an entire pole. And I think they did.
I think they did.
They spent 5 hours doing it. So,
So
we're very
anyways-
lucky our groceries are still in good.
Came back on. We locked ourselves. Shut up! Locked ourselves in the bedroom and with our butts towards the AC because we were
Wait a minute. Why didn't
swassy
you just
AF.
take a cold shower?
We did after.
We did after. We wanted to cool down first.
We wanted to get the room cold.
We wanted to
and
get the room
our
cold.
bodies feeling better. We wanted to wait and see if the electricity would go off again.
Because I thought I was like,
We didn't want to shower.
We
in
didn't
the
want to
dark.
shower, and then all of a sudden the
Point.
power would go out and go shit.
Now, Josh, this is an interesting choice of
Oh, yeah.
meme because you asked a positive thing and then
And then you put
displayed
all of
a bunch of negative.
I know. So I was.
Well, it's
gonna
like
say the same
okay,
thing.
so it's like there's a lot that people hate about the summer, but what do you look forward to
Right.
instead? Like, because there's a lot of stuff that people complain about. Everything on this photo, everyone complains about. Constantly sweating, skin sticking to the couch, sitting in a car like sitting in an oven. The sun is frying my skin and brain. Bugs everywhere, constantly sweating, can't
Now,
see outside.
Your guys' car has remote start now, right?
Yeah,
It does.
AC is real
That's,
nice in that
that's,
car.
It's real nice.
That's a major selling point for any vehicle.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
I think
don't
of
know
your
what I could do
list, what
without
I
it.
hate is the constantly sweating because
Oh, yeah.
I'm a sweater.
Oh yeah, you're sweating right now, and you feel the breeze?
Actually, I feel okay now,
Yeah,
but I have sat in here and sweat.
I think we can go with this fan sitting right there from
Yeah,
now on.
yeah.
It's really nice. But no, I will agree that I do sweat a lot now, more often in the summer than I
But
have
you know,
as a
honestly,
kid.
there's not that much I like about summer.
You're really gonna kill summer right now, man.
Well, there's not much for Brett to look forward to, really,
I mean,
if he doesn't
my
like
life
the heat.
changes 0 ways.
You used to like the pool.
Well, now the one thing that's new this year
Yeah.
at work, I can wear shorts.
Woo!
That's actually nice.
Yeah, it really
What
is.
do you go to the pool anymore?
No, I
No.
don't. And because
You can go with us when we invite you if we go.
so there is one other thing when cousin Andrew's parents have a pontoon boat,
Oh,
and I did go out on
I
that
like
last
that.
summer. So that I look forward to.
pontoons
But-
are fun.
I love
My
pontoons.
somehow, well, not somehow, but as an adult going outside less and less, my skin has become very fair.
Mhm.
So the skin that is
You're
not
looking very red.
does not have a lot of exposure can
Yeah.
burn very easily.
You see my forehead right here is a little red. It
Isn't
hurts. It hurts.
Yep.
It hurts.
So yeah, the best thing about summer to me is it's only one season away from fall, which is my favorite. So the more we get into summer, the closer we are to fall.
I am looking forward to football.
Now, Alex, you like to
You've got a list.
You
I'm
like
sure.
the heat.
I
so
love it.
What was your problem on Saturday?
Humidity.
Why didn't you just go outside?
Oh, we
We
were
did.
outside.
Good.
No wind though.
There's no
wind.
breeze.
That's true.
It was
And
pretty.
I didn't have a fan to plug in because I didn't have
But
electricity.
you sit out in the sun is my point.
I love it.
So why didn't you love it on Saturday? Why didn't you just sunbathe?
I would have gone over to Grandma's, but Josh didn't want to.
No,
Why didn't you just go then?
I could have. He would have been mad at me.
Alex
You
and I.
would've?
Well, no, but Alex and I do everything together.
Yeah,
and
you did.
Instead we went to your place and watched
did.
Junior,
Which
so.
was nice to finally watch a movie
together.
together.
Right.
It hasn't
Last time we
happened
did
in-
was
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
it's a comedy movie. I know that.
I remember.
Anyways, so yeah, we
Josh, what do you like?
what I look forward to in summer, I do like the beach. I ever since you discovered that last year, we go to Silver Beach. That's
Yeah.
very nice.
I do
Very
like,
nice.
say what you will about daylight savings. I like it being light out later.
Would you go to the
Yes.
beach if we brought you? If we invited you?
The problem with the beach is you're stuck outside.
Bring an umbrella.
Yeah, but you're still stuck outside.
And
I don't want to be stuck. If I need to
Okay.
go inside, I
the
want
point
to
of
be
being
able
at the
go
beach is
inside.
to be outside, Brett.
But if you're there for a long time,
Oh no, we go to a
Like I
restaurant.
say,
or
we
something
we usually take
sometimes.
breaks from the sun and go to it's a really nice little town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you take breaks from being out in the sun.
Yeah, we went to a really nice lunch place last year. That was really good. But I think I look forward to that the most. Other than that, I mean, I do like going out and laying by the pool with you and just enjoying the sun like that. And then that's about it.
But you're
That's a big
like
thing.
me. Just being in direct sunlight makes you sweat, right?
His is humidity.
It's more humidity.
Because when we were out in like California,
Yeah, but in Indiana, if you're outside in the sun, there's going to be humidity.
well, yeah,
Right.
I know, but just summer in general, like, because summer is also like prime vacation time for most people. So when we went out into California, I was like, oh man, Josh is gonna hate this. He doesn't like the heat. Both times when we went to like Colorado and
Colorado's
California,
great.
where there's like barely any humidity, it's like I got like zero complaints from him. Now when we were down in the Key West,
It's hot.
it's
Very
hot and it's
Yeah, right.
sticky.
It's terrible. I've been
Yeah.
to Florida in the summer. It's miserable.
Yeah, it's. I mean, when we went in February, it was fine.
It was definitely cooler,
Yeah,
but there
February
was a
would be a
hot
good
night
time.
or hot night. There was
Oh,
there was
yeah, hot
a
nights.
couple hot, sticky, like humidity, nasty nights where I can't believe we even did our hair. I'm serious. Like there was no point. It just all went.
We got a couple of comments on. We got one on Discord here from Brig saying motorcycle riding, vacation,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
lake days. The lake is always nice, like going to the river, going to the lake, doing something like that.
Being
Like,
out on
we
a
go up to-
boat.
We go up to Mongo,
Mango, yes.
which is
Ooh,
a
that's
nice-
what we should do
We
with him.
should
We
do
should
that,
do
yeah.
mango.
but then you're stuck outside all day.
You're stuck outside on the river, Brett.
True, but you're on water, and I know the beach is on water.
You can go
but
in, but
Well, you get a
you have
lot
an
of
activity.
shade
You have an
and stuff with
activity
the
to do,
trees, and
you can listen to music. You can chat with each other.
you can drink.
Introduce yourself to people.
Wasn't Mongo?
Freak, let's do this.
Isn't it a kayak thing?
You can do kayak. You can do
Canoe.
canoe. Honestly, you can do whatever the hell
Yeah,
you
we should
want.
do
They
Isn't
don't
it a
care.
river?
It's multiple little
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
rivers, but it's a way nicer than doing like the St. Mary's nasty poop water.
Right.
Nasty poop water.
That's exactly what it is. Nasty poop water.
That is a little gross, isn't it? You know, I don't know how people do that.
What's
I-
it
ugh,
cost?
it's gross.
Local
Oh,
portion
what's
of the
it
podcast.
cost?
Mango?
Yeah.
Oh, it depends.
like
If you
40
want
or
a
50.
canoe's cheaper than canoe's more expensive. I think it's like $30 or something like
It's
that.
not that expensive.
And then a kayak is like 15.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it's really not expensive, but you have to reserve it.
We got a comment on Facebook. We got one from Tanith who says camping.
Ooh, yeah, she loves camping.
And another one from Mitch who says the heat and getting a bit of a tan from being outside so much. So, likes being outside.
I agree with all of that.
Getting a tan too. Like a natural tan is nice. Like Alex, you're very much against the tanning bed now.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, very much so.
Not natural. Do you have any other comments?
Oh, I've got plenty.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, I never even got to say my piece.
Say
What?
it.
What I like about
Yes, you
summer.
did.
No, what did I say?
You said the beach, and you like going outside. You like everything.
I just agreed with all of it.
Oh,
You didn't even let me talk. And you
Go.
talk about me
you know
cutting
what?
you
Go
off
ahead
all
then.
the time.
You've got the bank.
I just like everything.
Yeah, right. Exactly. See,
Really needed time to say that.
she,
No.
she just wanted to make a scene.
I just like everything. I like the motorcycle rides. I was just saying to Josh the other day, I was like, man, my uncle's a big motorcycle person. And I was like, man, I just want to call him up one day. Just be like, hey, come pick me up on the motorcycle for a day. Just take me around. He'd totally do it.
Yeah.
I love it. Motorcycles, beach, boat, camping.
I'm not a
water,
camping person.
Sun.
Yeah, I hate camping.
I like camping.
I don't want to be poor.
What?
Like out there, be just like living like in a tent. Like
Well,
I have the luxury of
does
concrete and
Tanith
brick and.
camp in a camper or in tents?
Camper.
Oh no, she has a camper. That's
She has
not really.
She has a really
camping.
nice camper.
That's not roughing it. No, yeah, that's a very nice camper.
It's a very nice camper. I think they just bought it
That's
like
not
last year.
camping. That's not camping.
It's like an RV or whatever, I think.
That's
Cousin
just
Andrew-
traveling with a trailer.
Cousin Andrew has a camper.
Well, I think they like set stuff out outside and stuff like.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
fire pit, and
Yeah.
they cook over the fire.
But yeah. So, anyways, I like everything about it, and
They have a
especially love the long days.
Yeah.
Like that the sun is up all
Ooh,
the time.
that's this weekend. Longest day is
The
this
longest
weekend,
day
isn't
is
it?
on
21st?
Sunday or
Is that
Monday.
the-
Oh,
Summer
something-
solstice.
summer solstice. I
solstice,
think
that's-
is.
I think it's the
Monday.
21st.
I think it's Monday.
Ah,
No,
it's gonna be a
June
good
20
weekend.
June, no, that sounded right though. June 21st.
Yeah, because 19th
That's
is
Monday.
Saturday.
So,
Holy
anyways,
crap.
it's everybody's usually happy, and I like bikini season.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Me too.
I don't know. Okay, so anyways, all right. So we got Juice from Juice in the Morning Podcast, JK Media. He says porch beers.
Oh yeah, just having a beer on a porch. I would like to just do that, but
You
I don't
have
know
a
why I
porch.
haven't. I do, yeah. You just go chill on the chair and.
J360 Podcast. They say the frying of the brain is always a problem, but it's the bug swarm I hate.
Right. But what do they like?
And that's just what he said.
Yeah.
So I think people are taking this a little bit because this person are taking it the wrong way because this person back
Fine,
in
you know
time
what? I
back in
can't
time
make these.
podcast said definitely sweating.
That's what I like.
So
the
that's
most.
like
they
apparently
hate the
what they
most.
don't like.
Yeah.
This person answered correctly. JMT Podcast says, I look forward to taking a vacation and getting away from the madness for a little while.
That's good.
That's very
See, we were
good.
we were thinking about vacation soon, eventually for Alex anyway. She needs it.
I need one real bad. We Seen It Podcast said barbecue and going to cons.
Grilling.
Yes,
do-
grilling.
Oh, we
Grilling.
almost grilled some. Oh, we tried these new hot dogs this weekend. Hebrew National.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're really good.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
They get really big and fat.
Big fat wieners.
Hooks Spicer Rubs says also barbecuing all the time. I do that anyway, regardless of the season.
Mhm.
But basically, they said they like everything about summer.
You know
Paranormal.
Annoys me real quick
What's
What?
that?
when people refer to grilling as barbecuing because there may not be barbecue sauce involved.
That annoys you?
Yes. Because with a grill,
Really?
you grill. You don't barbecue.
I can understand the notion,
there's a-
but I've
there's a
never
difference,
had
yeah.
an annoyance against that.
There's a
Really,
difference. I
I
don't
mean, it's
care.
really minor.
I just
It
kind of
doesn't really
it's like popping
annoy me, but I'm
soda.
just like, why are you calling it barbecue? You're not. You made.
It's
You know, you
pop-
made steak. You're not slapping barbecue sauce on a steak.
It's like popping
You're
soda.
a soda, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alex is pop.
I'm pop.
I'm both. I'll call it either one.
No, I like pop. Anyway, so we got paranormal.
Which is weird because you two are like right in this area of
Here, yeah.
regionalized.
Well, I
and you
kinda
have
say
two
it
different.
On purpose because it makes people mad sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I just say pop.
Yeah.
Anyways, Paranormal Pativity Podcast, our friend Patrick, he says all the summer blockbuster movies, barbecues with friends and family, and also once we get done with summer, we are closer to football season.
Yeah.
Glenn and her podcast say look forward to staying in the house.
That's me.
Patrick's wife, Crystal, she says, since I'm not in school anymore, nothing. I used to look forward to the summer vacation, but I don't get that anymore. If I had to say nice weather, go to the beach.
Yeah.
I tell you, there's nothing better when you're in school than the last day of school.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
See, just having that relief.
2 days out of the year, the Friday before Christmas break and the last day of school.
Yeah. You know, I used to. Well, you have a different opinion of school. Like I used to get excited on the first day of school because I'd like to, see how everybody, grew up over the summer or changed or
Yeah, if you didn't
or sometimes
see
seeing your friends
during the summer.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. Is like,
Which
you get that.
Probably
camaraderie
happens
again.
some younger, but then in high school
Your friends,
because I was driving.
your friends go down to
We
like a
just hung
lower list when you get older. I've realized that for most people.
But my point is, in high school, if you wanted to see your friends during the summer, you were usually able to.
Right. We have any other ones? I think we're. I think that's
no.
all of them. Yeah.
No, I think we've got everything
yeah,
here.
it's. I don't know if we have anything else really we need to touch on right now. That
we
was
all good.
We're pretty much filled up on the show. We've done a full episode. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about for the week, I don't think so. I don't have anything.
Ooh,
Alex,
I'm excited about that.
Go ahead.
Briggs said he'd give me a ride on the bike if you're okay with it.
We should talk about that right now before we plug in the Twitch and get out of here before our final notes and everything.
Man, I'm gonna have to choose.
How do you want to announce it, Alex? Do you want to just like say we're having a
podcast
Twitch
Twitch meetup on Saturday night.
Yep. We got Brigham Bush, who's in our YouTube, who's
He's been
following
a fan
our
of
show
the podcast for basically the whole time. So we have a long-term organic fan. So it's super exciting to be able to meet in person.
Yep.
No, Josh, don't do that.
What?
You don't ride bitch with another guy.
Okay, so Brett's reading
what?
the comments.
Josh, you can get a ride too. I don't care.
Okay, no. So Briggs gonna be here. He's doing a cross-country bike ride and on his motorcycle, and he offered a ride to Alex, and he just offered one to me as well. I don't need a ride on.
No, it's
motorcycle.
okay.
I'm okay.
Hey, Brig, it's
I'm
okay.
alright.
Quentin's got him.
Quentin's got it. Yeah.
Quentin
So-
will grab Josh.
So what's going on is on Saturday we're meeting up. I don't know if we really want to make it that public, but I mean for those that are in the area, we're meeting at a bar and maybe doing a couple places to meet up, a bar hopping or something.
Yeah.
But we're having a Twitch and podcast meetup in Fort Wayne, so we're gonna have that go
We're
on,
just gonna
and
have
we're
a good
gonna
time.
see what we're gonna do as far as doing a live
We
stream
might
or
do
anything.
some kind of like live stream. I think it's just gonna be through Twitch.
You gotta allow.
And then we're definitely gonna do we're gonna do Twitch definitely, but I think we're definitely gonna take pictures and things like that and post it on social media and whatnot. Just say, hey, we did a meet and greet. So we're having this is basically our first real meet and greet, other than when like
Patrick was here.
Yeah, so we had Patrick coming from California.
They made a whole crew come in.
And then this is actually our first Twitch meet and greet.
Yeah, true.
Did you say anything to Juice?
No, I think this is more. It's going to be more of a Twitch meet and greet than a podcast meet and greet.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
We're meeting with technically more Twitch streamers.
Yeah, because I think we got Rob coming out too. Maybe I don't know, because he was interested. But that's going on this weekend. Yeah, Alex, you want to go ahead and plug your Twitch then?
Yeah, so speaking of Twitch, my Twitch handle is twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Friday I'll be streaming. Saturday I won't be because of the meet
you know
and
what?
greet.
We're probably not doing Destiny on Friday.
No, probably not.
Because the new Call of Duty season starts on Thursday.
I know. So anyway, look forward to watching me play some Call of Duty, which, by the way, announcement on that, Brig was awesome and pointed out that when I was looking at my stats that I'm actually in the
She's
top
in the top 300,000.
300,000 of Call of Duty. And there's like, what, how many players?
You said a couple million.
Yeah.
A few million. So
Yeah.
you're in like that. You're in that.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So-
It made me all happy to see that.
So the reason why we went along with that is like one of our friends,
20 million.
One of our friends, Hector, was like, "Oh man, why am I getting all these matches where I'm just getting my ass kicked?" And we're just like, "Well, it's skill-based matchmaking," and we're like, "Well, let's look up where we place." And Alex is in the 300,000. I'm in the 400,000.
Just at 4.
What happens if you're the guy that's number one?
You want to hold that?
I mean,
It means something.
It means something.
You're the most awesome at
I
this
wonder what
one
Tim
game.
is.
Not multiplayer.
Not multiplayer.
No. Not he might have been. He used to be really good. He used to be like pro level.
I'd
He was
like
really
to know
good.
what he's at.
But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, so apparently there's 20 million players, and I'm in the top 300,000. So that made me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sporting that off a little bit. So anyways, there's that, and then so Saturday is gonna be, like I said,
You're not gonna have a full weekend.
I'm not gonna have a full weekend.
in a while.
Sunday we will. I will do something. I have a plan for something, whether it's this Sunday or next weekend, like Friday, Saturday-ish, that I have not told a single person. So it's a special surprise coming onto my Twitch stream, and it will be announced the day that it happens. So look forward to that.
I don't even know what it is.
Nope, you don't.
All right, for me, you want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can catch me streaming on Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Not really certain if we're going to be doing Fall Guys much. I'm really on a Warzone binge right now.
Yeah, because you got
a victory on Saturday. We got a Warzone victory. I was kind of alive for it. I was dead right at the end, and then but our team won. So
what is Team Farts?
Oh, okay. So
yes, let's
we can
explain that
the
real
farts.
Quick.
So
we are the farts.
We this came from Brig mainly. He started this off with him and his I believe his brother and wife, his brother's wife. They were talking about, I think it was Call of Duty, and they were playing multiplayer, and they started calling themselves the Fast Action Response Team.
No.
Fart.
Okay.
And I added the S because it was like we're plural, so it's the Fast Action Response Team Syndicates.
Okay.
So that's our squad.
So like when we do
So
our clan tag.
Who's on Team Farts?
Brig, me, Josh, Patrick, Rick,
Quentin,
Rob,
Hector. Not Rob.
Yeah, we're not Rob.
Rob was.
Rob was before the farts.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, and Hector's
he's
getting into it.
Yeah. So it's our Call of Duty squad.
It's basically it's our Call of Duty fam.
So we're like, we fart on people.
Yeah, and it's great because there's a gas mine.
Yeah, I have
that
a gas
turns
mine.
like into a big green cloud. So it's like, oh, they walked through a fart.
I lay down gas mines. That's my.
So people make fun of it too. So it's funny.
Yeah, special.
In Escape on Gears, you're basically running from a giant fart.
Are you really?
Yeah, because on the map it's just green gas that's following you.
I love it. Is Escape just single player?
It can be, but
it's three.
It's three players.
Oof.
It's meant for 3 players.
Is it hard?
It is if you're by yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay, back to our podcast. As far as our YouTube goes, make sure you hit the like button on our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button as well. We would appreciate more subscriptions, and hit the bell to be notified for when we go live. We appreciate you guys doing that. We will be going live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you follow our podcast social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search PTO Unlimited in the search. Otherwise, if you're on Instagram, it's PTO Unlimited _podcast. Would appreciate a follow on all those social media channels. That's where we put our question of the day. Also, our Discord, which we do have a link in our YouTube channel. We have a lot of fun there. Yeah, we do. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
I have 2 final notes.
Ooh,
okay.
Ooh.
The first one is I plugged a show for a while ago from someone that I know. He started it with his friend, but it's called Loud Thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
And they now have a YouTube channel, so it's youtube.com/loudthumbs. I listened to the show. I haven't checked out his YouTube channel yet, but they did just do a 2-part show where they went through their 10 favorite games of all time. So it's not games they think are the best of all time, just their personal favorite top 10 games of all time. Yeah, like we do. It's very interesting. Very good.
We haven't done a top 10 in a while.
Done that in
we
a while.
haven't, no.
We should think about one. Have we done any of our real favorite things?
I'm sure we have.
Some incarnation.
It's been 5 years. I'm sure that we have talked about it.
That'd be interesting.
But what I want to say about this show is we've listened to a lot of what you would call small time shows.
Yes.
And a lot of them, just the audio quality alone. What am I looking at?
The last comment.
Since what? Oh, okay.
You have talked about it.
On
the podcast before.
What was I saying? Oh, we've listened to a lot of
shows
that would be considered small time.
Yeah.
And for a show that has less than 28 episodes, it's very well done.
Good job, guys.
So
nice.
And especially with the fact that they're not in the same room.
Are they live at all, or they do
Is it
record
pre-recorded?
and then release.
It's definitely recorded.
Okay.
They did have a few audio issues, but I think he's figured that out.
Yeah.
But we've listened to shows that are borderline unlistenable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is not the case.
Okay.
He figured it out. He's doing a good job. They're doing a good job. So it's strictly gaming. So if you want all things gaming, Loud Thumbs is what they're called.
That's a
Yeah.
cool name.
And
Love
check
it.
him out on YouTube. And I think he's gonna do some gaming videos. Like I'm not sure what is to the extent of his
for YouTube.
of his YouTube channel,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
they still do the audio podcast, and they did a show dedicated to strictly Zelda. So if you're a Zelda fan, I'm sure you'll like that. And then, like I said, they just did a 2-parter with their top 10, which I enjoyed because this is the guy that's got me into Xbox and got me on to Halo. And the first Halo I ever played was Halo 2 LAN party style.
Yeah.
So
I love man, I miss
kind of
LAN
owe my love
parties.
for Xbox to him, even though he's kind of jumped back to PlayStation at this point. So, but yeah, check that out if you're into the whole gaming thing. And then my other final note is you sent something to our group chat about the dude on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So was he asking people to send a clip
Yeah.
or to act out?
Either one. You can do whatever
And
you
why
want.
do you think I should do this?
Oh no, I was saying if you were on TikTok and did that, you would have had that number.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's like because that's definitely a movie quote that you do all the time, and had you just Stitch is responding to something and posting it on your
Like
TikTok.
it's like attachment to the video.
Yeah, that's
For
what that means.
context, the guy said, what did he say? Post a
What is a movie what is a movie quote line that you quote all the time? Well, in this
man. I
instance.
don't have one though. Like half my speech is movie quotes.
Right.
You know?
So is my
Alex and I, we have a trend. Like eventually, like this week, we're
this
talking.
week it's Austin Powers,
Austin
which
Powers.
is like if I smack him on the ass, he goes, "Oh, frisky always."
What
But
was the other one?
Oh, I don't know. We always
No.
talk
when
about
I'm just
it.
kind of when my mind is wandering, or if
Mhm.
like a situation comes up, if a movie quote response is applicable, I will say that quote.
Yeah.
Well,
Like I
yeah, I
talk
do
in
that.
movie quotes.
We do that.
We do that on my stream all the time, and a lot of it is. Jim
Sometimes we get a
Carrey.
little dirty.
Sometimes it's a bit dirty, but like a lot of it's like Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler, just a lot.
Oh
of
yeah,
that
Adam
stuff.
Sandler comes up a lot.
Yeah,
Or like there's a line from Joe Dirt when he blows up the atom bomb, and he goes, "Woohoo! Look at that shit." I say that all the time when something happens. That's funny.
when something happens.
Well, like whenever I play, we play with Patrick, he'll always do a movie quote like almost every 2 sentences.
Yep.
And then he'll be mad when you don't know where it's from.
It's probably because it's from 1983.
Yeah, it's probably mainly because of that. But we should get out of here, guys. I do appreciate everyone joining. We'll catch you guys next week. You guys have anything else you want to say? No?
No.
Don't forget this weekend,
Yeah, don't forget this weekend.
What happens this weekend?
we'll have our
Father's Day.
Father's
yeah.
Day.
That's
We'll
what
have Father's-
I got. That's what Saturday afternoon. I got a Father's Day thing.
Oh, that's your thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your
Okay.
thing.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye, guys.